A top focus at this hour. Former U.S. President Donald Trump has said that his Mar-a-Lago estate in Florida has been raided by FBI agents. Now, according to reports, the raid is connected to an investigation into Trump's handling of official papers. And it comes after U.S. National Archives in February notified that it had recovered about 15 boxes of White House documents from Trump's Florida home, some of which even contained classified materials. Now, U.S. presidents are required by law to transfer all of their letters, work documents and emails to the National Archives. But according to authorities, the former president illegally ripped up many documents to a point that some of them had to be taped back together. However, rejecting all such claims at the time of the raid, the FBI declined to comment on whether the search was happening or what it might be for. Meanwhile, the raid highlights a serious escalation of federal law enforcement focus on Trump, especially when the former U.S. president is at the center of a congressional inquiry into last year's U.S. Capitol riot. And for more on this, joining us live.
Justice. And President Trump, when he took to his social media platform to inform the public and his viewers about this raid, he didn't say what exactly they were looking for. He did, though, say that his safe was broken into. Of course, there's been a lot of speculation as to whether this is a continuation and a marked escalation when it comes to that look into the former president's compliance with returning and safeguarding presidential documents under the Presidential Records Act. So this is certainly seen as potentially a huge forward step, if that is indeed what this investigation is centered on. Of course, for a federal warrant to be issued and then executed, there will likely be at least some huge degree of probable cause for such a historic and monumental type of raid to be executed. Of course, far too early to speculate as to what was recovered, whether anything has been recovered. But of course, it's important to note that President Trump has said that he had been complying with the National Archives on this matter. And he said that this is a further example of this witch hunt that he's been claiming has been going on against him for years, whether it's the impeachment inquiries or the hoaxes, as he says, or the Russian scandal as well. So this will certainly be further ammunition for President Trump's allies that this is yet another conspiracy against him. But of course, as law enforcement is concerned, to execute such a warrant is a monumental step up. And clearly, if this must have gone up through the highest chains of commands to get approval for such an action. So there must be at least a huge degree of probable cause, one might speculate, for this to be given the green light.
Right. Also, Trump said that nothing...
He didn't respond to shouted questions from the media outside Trump Tower. So, of course, the real attention is to what exactly law enforcement were looking for. Of course, the former president said that a safe was broken into, as he put it. So there's plenty of speculation going forward, whether it is in relation to documents that the former president might have taken from the White House to Mar-a-Lago. Of course, again, you rightly mentioned there's those 15 or so documents, boxes of documents that were recovered that apparently contained some classified and sensitive material that shouldn't have been taken to a private residence of a former president. This, of course, also comes as a book set to be released by Maggie Haberfeld, a New York Times reporter, that included pictures that she had obtained that purportedly show ripped up documents put into a toilet in the White House that allegedly has Donald Trump, the former president's handwriting, to again further show and further fuel speculation that the former president was ripping up documents that should have been preserved. Of course, this has been very much refuted by the former president, once again saying that this is yet another attempt by the Democrats to hurt his chances, especially with many speculating that he could well run again to be president in 2 years' time.
Thanks, William, for getting us up to speed on this. That was the correspondent William Denslow from New York.